Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to do that. This is the iPhone. Huh. Yeah, I was waiting for that Godzilla effect. I'm all mixed up because sometimes I'm doing it with my Sony phone. I'm always filming different phones. I don't have the DJI cam yet. Nope. Soon, soon. Hey, everyone. This is your friend, New York Dan here. And I'm going to talk today about Nomadic Fanatic Tater. Yeah, he put out a new video today. I got me notes right here, lads. By the way, I posted that Sarasota Tim coattail rider. That thing was insane. I cracked myself up making that thing. My nephews helped me. That's how, yeah, that AI stuff, right? Them brainchilds, they helped me. Believe it or not, all I got in here is milk. I was just sipping on some regular milk. 2%, something like that. Yeah, just some regular milk, that's all. Protein boost. Yeah, we're going to be talking this month about health stuff on the channel. And keeping health is wealth. Don't forget that. We got to keep our health optimal. I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff this month, including testing out this Chinese hair growth serum. Yeah, I'm actually going to do it for the month of December. It's part of the channel. I'm going to test it out on myself. We're going to see how that works. I'm going to be exploring taking some extra supplements, doing some workouts at the gym, doing a lot of cool stuff. Diets, dishes, different things like that. Recipes coming your way. Tonight, I'm going to be out at one of my favorites, a Mexican restaurant. I'll see if I can film a quick vid tonight. I'll at least show you guys what's going on. I'm going to have to get my umbrella out. It sucks. The weather here, it's been miserable today. Raining all day. Chilly. I'll be lucky if it's in the 30s tonight when I'm out. Yeah, I know I shouldn't complain. It could be snow. And I can only imagine how much snow that would be if it was like raining hard here. A lot of the country's getting hammered. You wish you was in Florida. Like my video driving the Honda Goldwing that I put out this afternoon. Huh? Yeah, that looked like fun, right? Take a ride on the wing, baby. The wing. So anyway, over at Tater World, he was at Ma's house in Texas. Yeah. He's going to be headed on, he is headed on out of Texas in the Naughty Bus. His RV, his bus that's converted, a school bus that's converted into his RV. Homemade inside, basically. So, what's going on here? He, in today's video, Tater actually had some problems going on. I hope he's okay. He had a problem with his throat. And I don't quite understand it. He said his throat was narrow, or it was narrowing. And he was thinking of even having to go to the hospital when he was at Ma's house. He wasn't sure if he was going to proceed to go on with the bus today and drive. He was on the skids. His health was on the skids. He wanted to possibly go to the hospital last night. Yeah, I don't know what exactly is going on. He said, is this perhaps like a sore throat? He thinks it's from his antacid medications, or maybe some acid reflux. Yeah. I haven't heard of this one. Hopefully he doesn't have like strep throat, something like that going on. I believe he said he was taking antibiotics for some other issues. And for whatever reason, he's saying his throat was clogged. This led him to stop consuming coffee, soda, and other certain medications he's cutting back on. He's getting frustrated. He wants to reach Arizona, and he's like, I can seek further medical attention in Arizona if needed. Yeah. Well, my advice to Tater is, if you have acid reflux, get yourself regular old baking soda and just put a pinch in a glass of water. Stir it up. You drink that. That will cut it. That will cut the heartburn, the acid reflux right down. It's good for the your mouth and the esophagus. It will neutralize acids, and it's natural. It wouldn't cost you just about anything. Just a regular thing of baking soda you get for $1. Just put a pinch. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird stuff. We'll have to see what happens. So he's driving today. He did a detour to this thing called Alley-Oop Fantasyland. Yeah. It is in Iran, Texas, and it's supposed to be a comic strip character. It's like kind of like Disney, but it's dedicated to this Alley-Oop comic strip character. Anybody a fan of that? Anyone heard of that? Leave in the comment. It's new to me. So he explores the site, including a concrete dinosaur, but he finds that the museum, unfortunately, is closed. They're only open on Saturday. Yeah, you imagine that? You would think that'd be open 24/7. Come on, Alley-Oop Fantasyland. He has a long drive through Texas and the famous I-10, Interstate 10. Eric hits the road from his mom's place, embarking on a long west drive across Texas. He mentions the impressive length of I-10. Within Texas, it's 880 miles long. And he talked about the time it takes to traverse it in his naughty bus. That's if everything goes right. Yeah, he'll be driving for many an hour in that bus. You're not going to be cruising at no 80 miles per hour. Nope. That's going to be like a 12-hour drive doing that, man. But you know what the good thing is? If I was in Tater's shoes, I would just take it slow and I would enjoy the journey. You could pull over at these Texas rest areas. He said anywhere in Texas that they have like a park thing and a place you can pull the bus into. He said you're allowed to stay 24 hours. So he's got plenty of options. He could sleep overnight in the bus. That's the cool thing about it. You can camp out. You got your home right with you. I wouldn't even want to go too fast. The slower you go, the better miles per gallon that bus will get. I would keep it at 55, go in the slow lane, maybe 60. I know, though, in the South, people drive fast. When I go to Florida, man, it's not uncommon to see people cruising out like 90 miles an hour in the fast lane, especially on areas that are not urban, so to speak, like the desolate country sections of the interstates. Yeah, you go 55, people are going to run you over. Maybe in the slow lane. You got to gauge traffic. You don't want to cause a hazard by going too slow. But that's how you get the best mileage, especially with a rig. It's not aerodynamic. You know, it's not meant for speed. You go slow and low. You'll get much better. You'll save a ton of fuel. That diesel's pretty efficient if you don't jackass it and roll coal with it, going, overloading it, so to speak, especially with its cooling system. Who knows? This engine and the whole bus, I've said it in previous videos. I wouldn't trust it. The bus, the school district got rid of it because it's used up. The engine's probably heavily worn. I would not push it. Oh, I noticed my personal observation when he was at I think at his Maz, he put a photo up, but he did some dronage too. He showed how he navigates a circular driveway with the bus and the trailer from the sky. Pretty cool. But the bus, here's my observation. There's black soot on the trailer already. And you know what that's from? He's overloading that diesel. He's pushing it. That's what it is. So you might want to slow it down a little. So get this, he got a propane heater going to keep the naughty bus at a good temperature inside. And for his cats too. This thing's kind of sketchy though. I don't know if I trust this. He claims it has a low oxygen shutoff. So if it's, and he has a CO, carbon monoxide meter, in his bus, in his RV bus. I don't know if I would trust this. Oh boy, people are calling me. I'll call you right back. I'm doing a vid. Oh. Yeah. He has his propane heater and he has a thermostat on it. That's what he's bragging about now. I'm going to put this on Do Not Disturb. We got business to attend to. Come on. What is this? I have people calling my phone and they're calling me up and, you know, if they want to schedule something or do, you know, meet up or do something like that, yeah, by all means, shoot me a text or we'll schedule. But I can't keep taking calls all day long. I got to be, one of my friends, he does his own business. He services generators and he actually pays, he has an answering service. So when people call up, there's a lady and she's like, hello, this is Dave's generator service. And she's like, he's busy working right now. I'll take a message for you. And she can page him or she can call, I guess he has a private cell phone just for that, if it's something important. But yeah, that's one way to do it. So anyway, back to the heater. Sorry about that. Infrared catalytic propane heater. It has a blue flame. Yeah. This thing is, he's hyped up because it has a thermostat you can adjust. He would like it to be digital, but it's just like an approximate. Birds are flying. All kinds of interruptions around here. How am I going to do a video? So he's heating the bus with this propane thing inside. And this is the sketchy part. It vents directly inside the bus. There's no chimney. No heat exchanger. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I trust this. And the propane tank, he's using like a gas grill tank. Right inside the bus, he has the tank. Right by the heater. That's... Man, I don't know. That's a recipe for disaster. And those cats walking around, their fur, what if they get too close to that thing? I don't know. Have a flame going? I knew a guy that used to heat his house. First he was doing it with wood. Then he got a gas fireplace insert, right? But it vented into his living room. It didn't vent outside. It's like Tater's heater, right? He had it hooked up to natural gas. He was running that all the time. And he was like, this is the best way to heat your house, Don. Do you know how much money I save? But when I went over to his house, it stunk like sulfur when you open the door. Yeah, that's because there's when you're burning those the gas, there's sulfur in there, and the smell, the additive they put in. So if you know you got a gas leak, yeah, that's going to come out while you're burning it. It's going to stink the bus up. I wouldn't trust that. He has a diesel heater. I don't know why. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a backup, but the diesel heater is probably more efficient. It has a heat exchanger, so the exhaust doesn't go into the bus. It goes outside. He's just got to hook up a thermostat to the diesel heater. I don't know why he can't do it. You have to MacGyver it. Yeah, if you're living in an RV, you got to think outside the box. You got to be able to MacGyver it. I could do it. I have a couple of those heaters, those diesel heaters. Yeah, I guess they only run on one. It has a remote and it's digital and stuff. I'm trying to remember if you can set a temperature on it. There must be a way. I'm sure there's a way to get a thermostat working with the diesel heater. That's what I would do. So, yeah, he wants backup ways to heat his bus. And I guess when he's underway driving on the Interstate 10, he can have plenty of heat from the diesel engine aboard the bus, the regular heating systems. He has a mini split as well that he claims runs off solar, but I really doubt, like the battery systems and stuff. People think these batteries are so great. You know what? Batteries bite. They always wear out. The mini splits and air conditioning, like heat pump, those take a ton of electricity. Even in a house, you try running one of those in your house and you'll see your electric bill. I seriously doubt it's that feasible to run. I think it will eat the battery up. Maybe he's charging it a lot off the bus engine. You need serious wattage. You really need a generator to run that kind of stuff. This solar, it sounds good. I have solar at my house, but you won't believe how many panels you need to actually get a sizable amount of electricity out of it. And in New York, you get a rainy day like today, it's making very little wattage, you know. Yeah, I saw Tater, he lined the bus. He's got a few, I guess he's got quite a few panels up there on top of the bus. But I'd be curious. I haven't heard him say how much electric he actually makes. How much wattage is that solar generating? That would be cool to find out how it works. He may have showed when he originally set it up before I was following his channel. If anyone knows, leave in the comment. So, yeah, then he goes on and he pulls into a big rig gas station where you can pull your whole rig up to the pump. And apparently he was showing on both sides of the pump there's a nozzle. So if you're, I guess for the big rigs, if you have tanks on both sides, somehow you can use it to fill up at one spot. I think that's what he was getting at. So he tried filling up, and I believe he said it was $3.44 a gallon for diesel. And it was a lot cheaper than the stations that sell the car diesel. Yeah, the regular stations for cars and pickup trucks. He went to a real big rig, fill up a truck stop pump. Yup. Yeah, too bad. He wanted to see his fossils. He wanted to buy a fossil at that museum. No dice, man. No dice. It was closed. Let's see what else is going on with Tater here. Oh yeah, he has a curtain now that he's clipping on to try to block the western exposure, the sunlight as he's driving. Yeah. And then he concluded the day. He stopped in Fort Hancock. He day parked in Fort Hancock, Texas. And he reflected on the day's challenges. And he keeps saying he has business-related issues to take care of. He plans to make dinner and work on editing the video. That could take all night, folks, because he puts a lot of stuff into his videos. Yup. So that's what's up with Tater. I thought he was headed to Qaurtzite, Arizona. How would he be driving west? Is he going to California? Guys, let me know. You follow Tater. Let me know in the comments. Where's he headed? What is the plan? I thought he was going to Qaurtzite. Unless he's talking about in the morning when the sun rises. No, he would say that. He said west. Well, let's hope Tater's okay, guys. I got to get cracking because I've got that birthday party dinner to go to next. Maybe I'll see you guys over there. Yeah. And guess what? I'm going to be posting a short vid. You know, Blindviews covers Tater. Shout out to Blindviews. I'm going to be posting a short vid. I actually got to meet Blindviews in person. It's coming up. Hit the thumbs up. Your friend New York Dan. It's covering Tater. And we'll be back to Sarasota. Rhymes with Yoda. We'll be back to that soon. We'll go over more of that. All right, guys. Hey, I hope everyone is dealing with this weather. Doing okay with it. And yeah, I'll see you guys real soon in the next vid. Check out my clip of Sarasota Coattail Rider in the short section. And do you know I won a Mercedes on The Price is Right? Check that out too. All right, guys. Have a good one. This is your friend, New York Dan. Over and out.